The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 try-under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.
Arsenal have been on a different level this season. With the arrival of key players and the tactical evolution under Mikel Arteta, they've proven that elite defence can still take you to the top. Watching Arsenal defend with such confidence and control makes you wonder which other teams in Premier League history have reached this level of dominance. So here are the 10 teams that have conceded the fewest goals in a Premier League season. Let's start with Liverpool at number 10. Fresh from the miracle of Istanbul, Liverpool enter the 2005-06 season with new belief and new fire. Rafa Benitez reshaped the squad, signing Pepe Reina from Villarreal and creating a team built on smart tactics, discipline and a rock-solid defence. Jamie Carragher held the back line like a general alongside Sami Hyypiä and Risa, adding balance and grit on the flank. Benitez drilled his team with one clear vision: stay compact, move quickly, and play with tactical intelligence. Liverpool weren't a side that smashed teams with goals, they wore them down. The result was that they conceded 25 goals in the whole season. And the highlight of their defensive dominance came in one incredible stretch: 10 straight league games without letting in a single goal. Now we head to Stamford Bridge, where Jose Mourinho's Chelsea entered the 2006-07 season chasing history. Their mission was to win a third straight Premier League title. This was the year Ashley Cole arrived in one of the most talked about transfers of the decade, joining a back line anchored by John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho. Behind them, Petr Cech wasn't just a goalkeeper, he was a brick wall in gloves. This team didn't defend, they intimidated. Opponents walked onto the pitch hoping to survive, not to win. Chelsea conceded just 24 goals that season, the stingiest defence in the league. And even with the pressure of fighting on all fronts, they never slowed down. Next, we move to number 8 at Old Trafford, where Sir Alex Ferguson assembled one of the most complete defensive units English football has ever seen. Leading that defence in the 2008-09 season were Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. Ferdinand read the game with calm intelligence, while Vidic attacked every challenge with fearless determination. And behind them stood Edwin van der Sar, calm, commanding and unshakable. Between November and February, he kept 14 consecutive clean sheets, a record that still stands. United conceded just 24 goals and marched to another Premier League title, equaling Liverpool's tally of 18 league championships. This United side didn't just defend, they dictated the tempo of the game. Even losing twice to Benitez's Liverpool didn't derail them. That's how dominant they were. At number 7, we head back to Stamford Bridge, to the turbulent 2008-09 season. A year full of pressure, confusion and constant change. In just one campaign, Chelsea went through 3 managers. Yet, despite all the noise and uncertainty, Chelsea stayed rock solid at the back, conceding only 24 goals all season. With Petr Cech in goal, Ivanovic and Bosingwa on the flanks and John Terry alongside Alex in the centre, this back line wasn't flashy, but it was hard to break. They weren't as fluid or ruthless going forward as during Mourinho's peak years, but breaking them down was still one of the toughest jobs in European football. They finished 3rd in the league, but they proved that even in chaos, true defensive giants don't fall apart. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City is at number 6, a modern football machine designed for total control. City always gave their fans hope, but in the 2018-19 season, they looked like a team operating on another level. At the back, Ederson wasn't just a goalkeeper, he played like a sweeper, stepping out and launching attacks with precision. In front of him, Vincent Kompany and Aymeric Laporte stayed calm and commanding, while the fullbacks shifted roles, sometimes bombing forward, sometimes tucking inside to help control midfield. The result was pure dominance. City conceded only 23 goals and finished on 98 points, edging Liverpool by just 1 point in one of the greatest title races ever. They ended the season with 14 straight league wins while allowing only 4 goals in that run. Fifth place goes to Liverpool, the team that missed the Premier League title by the smallest margin in the 2018-19 season, yet produced a defensive performance worthy of champions. This was the year Virgil van Dijk stood as the immovable force of world football, and with Alisson Becker arriving, Liverpool built a back line that felt almost impossible to break. With support from Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson and Joel Matip, Liverpool conceded just 22 goals. They pressed with intensity, won the ball back instantly and turned defence into attack in seconds. The defining moment of the season came at Anfield against Napoli in the Champions League, where Alisson's last-minute save kept Liverpool alive. That defensive grit propelled them to European glory, lifting the Champions League while narrowly missing the Premier League crown. Before treble talk returned in modern football, it was Manchester United who showed what true dominance looked like in the 2007-08 season. It was their defence that made everything possible. At the back of their lineup, Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic dominated the centre with strength and perfect understanding. Patrice Evra added speed and intelligence on the left, while Wes Brown took care of the right, and behind them stood Edwin van der Sar, always ready to make the big saves. United conceded only 22 goals as they powered their way to both the Premier League title and the Champions League trophy. This United team didn't just win, they set a standard of what true dominance looks like. Next up, we move to the 2005-06 season, the second year of Jose Mourinho's Chelsea. Expectations were already sky high, yet somehow this team became even tougher to break down. With Petr Cech in goal and the rock-solid duo of John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho in defence, scoring against Chelsea felt almost impossible. Mikel Arteta arrived and added power and intelligence in midfield, while Frank Lampard dictated the tempo of the game. The result? Pure dominance. Chelsea conceded only 22 goals and earned 20 clean sheets. They finished with 91 points and won the Premier League again, shutting teams down with organisation, strength and total focus. This team didn't just defend, they controlled the field. They pushed opponents back, slowed the game and made every match feel like a battle no one else could win. For number 2, we travel back to the 1998-99 season, where Arsenal built one of the most iconic defences English football has ever seen. Arsenal's defence was nothing short of elite. Tony Adams and Martin Keown formed a wall at the heart of the back line. Around them, Lee Dixon and Nigel Winterburn covered every blade of grass, while David Seaman stood tall in goal, commanding the box with authority. Throughout the season, they conceded only 17 goals, the fewest in Premier League history at that point, yet Arsenal didn't lift the title. But despite that incredible defensive resilience, Arsenal struggled at the other end. They scored only 59 league goals, far fewer than United's 80, and in the end, they finished just 1 point behind Manchester United, who went on to complete a historic treble. And now we arrive at the greatest defensive season in the Premier League. The 2004-05 Chelsea side under Jose Mourinho didn't just win the league, they built a wall no one has come close to breaking. Chelsea conceded only 15 goals all season. 15. Some teams let in that many in a single month. This team did it in 38 matches. Their defensive core was relentless. William Gallas, Ricardo Carvalho, John Terry and Paulo Ferreira formed a back four that rarely made mistakes. Behind them stood Petr Cech, who kept 25 clean sheets and only 6 goals conceded at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea lost one league match, finishing the season with 95 points and lifted the Premier League trophy. But more than that, they changed English football forever. Today, Arsenal in the 2025-26 season are chasing history, with David Raya, Gabriel and William Saliba aiming to join these legends. However, one question remains. Can anyone ever beat Mourinho's 15-goal record? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss out on more amazing videos like this one.